As Kixi Taka leads his warriors of the Starblood Stalkers and aligned Starborn Seraphon to the ancient ritual site of Machu Gortak, the Bloodwell of Sotek. He can hear the ferocious beasts who have been rampaging through the forest for the past few months hot on their trail. Such foolish creatures, he thinks. The ever-hungry ogre degenerates, the Gorgers, will lead themselves right upon his altar, sacrificing themselves in a gory spectacle to reignite the Realm Shaper engine buried deep below, and bring the Nullwood under the control of the Seraphon once and for all. Deep within the forests, monstrous howls of the need to feed insatiable stomachs that can never be filled. Welcome to Age of Sigmar Warcry. In today's scenario, we'll be playing with the Savage Ritual Victory condition. The attacker picks one terrain feature that is 6 inch wide or more at its widest point on the battlefield floor and as close as possible to the centre of the battlefield. If we have a moor pit, it's ideal. Ours unfortunately isn't painted up yet. The terrain feature is the ritual site. Each time an enemy fighter in the defender's warband is taken down and they're within 3 inches of the ritual site, the attacker scores a number of ritual points equal to the fighter's wounds. Otherwise, the attacker scores half that number, rounding up. The battle will end after 4 battle rounds, and when the battle ends, if the total of the attacker's ritual points is higher than the total of the wounds characteristic of the defender's fighters on the battlefield remaining, the attacker wins. Otherwise, the defender wins. Now we also have the Twist Clawing Miss as well, where fighters 4 inches from each other are not visible to each other, though this can potentially disappear at the start of each combat phase. Our deployment for this scenario is Chasm. And so, we are all deployed for this game. Stephen has chosen to be the attacker. The ritual site we have fittingly picked is the Chaos Altar in the middle there, or rather, I guess, the Seraphon Altar in this case. We're all deployed on the table, so I have had one of my Gorgers come down here, my shield. Stephen has both of his Saurus characters and the leader of the Starblood Stalkers as well there. Over on here up the top, I've got my Warband's leader and the Cave Howler, and then Stephen has a couple of little skinks trying to hide from me there. So with that said, we are going to roll to see who has priority turn 1. Alright, so priority for me, for the Gorgers, I got a 5/6, I'll take that. And for the Seraphon, Stephen has gotten a 111. And that is it. Right, so with the initiative, Stephen has elected to go first. What is your first activation going to be?
I'm going to activate my Chameleon first.
Yep. Patul, I believe his name is, from the Starblood Stalkers. Now, he has a cool ability. Is that a double for him?
It's a double, but I'm using 111.
Yep, spending the 111. This allows him to make a free extra move so long as he's not in line of sight, which you carefully, after I suggested this at deployment, have made him out of line of sight behind that statue there. So he gets a free move to begin with. Alright, and so then after your regular moves with Otter Patul, he's moved up to there. I've got my first activation next, and I'm going to elect to wait with my Warband's leader to begin with, so it can go back to you. And so that's Hoanchi has just done a base double move then. I think I will activate my Warband's leader now. And so to begin with, I'm going to spend a double on a rush with my Warband's leader, the Clawback there. Next we have Klaktok, who decides to make a double move through the little doorway we have down here. And then I'm going to go with a double move with my Gorger with basic hand weapon here. Gorger with club, going into Huachi. And Kixi Taka has made a double move after that from the Starblood Stalkers, leading out his friends, seeing his faithful skink servant about to get eaten. I'm then going to move my Cave Howler in. Now, I have, with a double move there, ended inside of 4 inches, which means you're visible to me thanks to the Clawing Mist. However, I'm now going to spend the double for Bounding Leaps, where as long as I've got a visible enemy fighter within 6, I can make a bonus move. So we'll bring the Cave Howler now into there. He is not looking like he's long for this world. You've got one last fighter to activate, which is your Saurus Alpha. Then your Saurus Alpha just moves up, and that will be the end of round 1. Nothing really doing in this first round. Now, before we go into round 2, we have to check out, first of all, we'll bring in reserves actually, and we check this at the start of the combat phase. So we'll bring in reserves first of all in round 2. And so our reserves have come on. You've had 2 of your Skinks and your Ripidactyl Alpha come on. Meanwhile, I've got 2 of the Gorgers, one with Club and one with Great Club come on that flank. We're now going to roll to see if the Clawing Mist will disappear. So on a 1, it disappears in turn 2. No, it does not disappear. So we'll stick around for this round, and now we'll go into priority. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest of the Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. Alright, so priority. This is for the Gorgers. I've got a 3-3-1. For the Seraphon, Stephen has gotten himself as a least. That's a 1-1, and that is it. 1-1 again. That's actually what you got last time. So you will have priority. Alrighty, so wild dice wise, Stephen has chosen to keep both of his wild dice still, leaving him with 2. I've spent both of mine to turn these both into triples. That'll leave Stephen still with the initiative, so your first activation. Alright, so your first action is going to be Hachi. He's going for his melee profile, which is 3 attacks at 1-3 on the damage. You are strength 3 on him, so it means you do wound the Gorger on 4. You'll get 1 through, so it'll just be a point of damage so far. Going again, obviously, same attack profile, trying to wound me on 4s again. That'll be better, because that will be 5 points, so you'll do 6 in total to the Gorger, taking a 5th of its wounds out. Right, so my Gorger is going to attack Kwachi back. I need 3s to wound, and 3-6 on my damage, and that is going to be 12 damage right out the gate. And just removes him. After that, I'll then spend my triple 3s, because I've got no enemies within range, and use Respite to heal 3 wounds. And then we're just going to do a basic move with him, just blocking up that path there. So it'll be over to the Seraphon next. Right, so your first activation, well, sorry, your second one there, is going to be the Ripidactyl Alpha, who's going to move into my Cave Howler. You're using your 1-1 as a double to give you the extra attack from Rampage. Not Rampage, that is the wrong one. It is the one with a 1 extra attack, not Rampage, the extra move. So you need 3s because you are strength 4 with Ripidactyl, and so that will be 6 points of damage. I've then got my Clawback moving next. I'm going to spend the triple 1s I had for a Bounding Leap, allowing me to make a free move, and so I'll get to move in there. And now I'll get 1 lot of attacks into you as well. So this will be 4 attacks at strength 5. The defense of your Ripidactyl Rider. Your T4, so that does mean I need 3s with this. There'll just be the 2, so there'll be 6 wounds on him. Right. Your next is to move Klakchok into combat with my Gorger. You've done a double move, so there's nothing more to add to that. I am then going to go with my Cave Howler, who has 5 attacks from strength 4. So I actually need 4s to wound your Ripidactyl here. So 4s, that'll just be the 9 points of damage so far. So I need to do 5 points of damage on this next hit to take out your Ripidactyl. Which I get the 6 there, and that will take the Ripidactyl down. Your Saurus Alpha then moves up next, so I've got my 2 fighters over here. I'm going to move up the Gorger with the club to begin with. And so end my movement in contact with your little skink priesty. Your turn. And so, not wanting to see himself get smashed into skink pate, he has made a disengage and then a move action there, Kixie. So my last one is going to be the Great Weapon Wielder, which I will move to there. So that just leaves your 3 skinks over on this side to do something. And so Otter Paddle will go next. He's within 4, so he can actually shoot your blowpipe this time. He's going to target the Cave Howler, Needs 4s. Nothing. And his second shot. Nothing again. Wow. Tok will then make a move, and he's going to shoot into the Cave Howler as well after a move. So, one shot, needs 4s. Gets a crit, which will be 4 points of damage, I believe. Alright, and lastly, this is a Zipic. You've moved, and now you're going to make some attacks into the Cave Howler. Brave skink. 4s. Strength 3. I mean, you get 1, and the crit, which will be another 4 points of damage. Nice. So, Stephen, you can do the honours this round, please. On a 1 or 2 now, the Cloying Mist will disappear. 4, no, they do not. They keep sort of just sticking around. It looks like they're about to disappear, and then they keep being there. So, we'll go priority for the round. I have 1 wild dice. You now have 3 wild dice to spend at the end of this. So, priority, this is for the Gorgers. I got a triple 2. Your turn. You got a double 1, double 5. Right, wild dice wise, I went for a quad 2. You, on the other hand, have made 2 more doubles and a triple there, so no one has any wild dice left. I will still get the priority, and I am going to start with my... We're going to start with the Gorger here. So my Gorger's just going to make a double move there. That will be his activation. I'm going to chase that little skink priest, and I'm going to eat him and his shiny crown. Alright, so you've made a move with your Saurus Alpha, moving into the Gorger there with the great weapon. Now, you're going to use a triple for Tearing Bite. This allows you to add the value of this ability to the damage points allocated for each hit and critical hit for the next melee attack action made by the fighter this activation. Spending a triple 5, that's going to be pretty darn nasty. Alright, so 4 attacks then. You are going to be 7-9 on your damage. So go for it. You need 3s. Strength 4 versus T3. And wow, 7 damage. This Gorger then is going to attack Tok. So we are going to need 4s. We are 3-6 on our damage. So that'll just be 6 wounds so far. I have another attack. And that'll be another 6 damage, so that's 12. And I'm going to not do anything else there. I'm just going to leave it like that. So I'll do 12 damage to Tok. Yep, Tok will attack me back now. He is strength 4, so you do need 3s on yours. That's more like it. It was 10 damage with his first attack. Too bad that guy couldn't roll that. Go again with Tok. There we go again. That'll be another 8 damage, so that'll be 18, take me to 21 wounds. I will go with my great weapon next. So I am strength 6, so I will wound on 3s, because you're T5. I am 4-8 on the damage with this. So that will be 4 so far. And we will go again. For nothing on that. So I'll just do 4 wounds back to you with the great weapon. So Zipping is going to be the next one. You're attacking my Cave Howler again. You have 3 attacks. Need 4s. You are strength 3. There'll be another wound on me. As he's just... No, 2. Is he 1 or 2 damage on his hits?
He's 1.
He's 1, so just another wound. Going for a second time. That'll be another wound again, so 2 more wounds. And then you're going to spend a double, which is your Nimble Retreat ability, allowing him to zip out of combat with a free disengage.
How fast?
So he just disengages to there. Righty. I'm going to go with my Cave Howler next then. Alrighty, so I've moved my Gorger Howler there, and I'm going to attack your skink. However, you are going to use a reaction, this Seraphon special one, called Starborn. What this allows you to do is count 2 critical hits as regular hits instead. So I do need 3s. So they'll be regular hits, but that will still be enough to murderize you, because that'll still be 15 damage. I'm then going to spend my quad 2 for a rampage on the Cave Howler, I now get to make a bonus move and then a bonus attack. And so my bonus move here will take me into Zek. So 3s, and he is murderized as well, as that is 18 damage on him. Patel is then going to shoot into my clawback, so that'll do 1 point of damage so far. Going again, nothing. I'm then going to do a double move with the clawback. The thing that shot him, he really doesn't like. And last thing you've got over here, I'm pretty sure I know what you're doing. You're doing the skinky disengage, and then you're going to fire 2 shots into me. And so now you're magic, you've got 2 shots. You are strength 3, so 4s, but these are 3/6 on the damage. Strength 4 or strength 3?
Strength 3.
Unfortunately, no, they do not wound. You will need 4s. Nothing. Well, that turn certainly did not go in favour of the Seraphon at all, with some very bad rolling on your part. Today's video is sponsored by Baron of Dice, high quality, specially made tabletop wargaming dice, suitable for a wide variety of wargames from Conquest: The Last Argument of Kings, Marvel Crisis Protocol, and Infinity as well, among many, many others. Baron of Dice have dice just about suitable for any occasion you have. Alrighty, so priority for the last round of the game, turn 4. This is for the Gorgers. I got a 222. Love to see it. And 3 singles. On the other hand, for the Seraphon, you got a 222. And we have, as you would expect, you've made a 222. I've made a quad 2. You will get priority for the round though, and I'm pretty sure I know what that 222 is being used as. Your special bite on your Saurus Alpha there.
Yep. Turning
him into 4/6 on his damage. Now, the better time, this one is he's going to get all his attacks this time. So, go for your first one. You need 3s. Can you not roll so terribly? You're making me feel bad here, Stephen. That was 4 damage. And going again. Oh, that's better. That is 12. So you did 16. Something we did forget to do. Apologies. I'll roll for it on a 1, 2, or 3. No, the clawing miss stayed the entire game. I would say they've been a big factor in your skinks dying. So we're going to go with this Gorger into Kluktok there. You already have 12 wounds on you. So I am strength 5. I need 4s because you are defense 4. So are you defense 4 or defense 5? Your defense 5, but it doesn't matter. I'm strength 5. I've got the club. So that will be 9 points of damage. So that will take you to 21. He's got 28, I believe, correct?
Yep.
So I need to do 7 damage on my second attack. Which I will not do. That'll be 6. However, I will then spend my quad for a rampage to get an extra attack. I need 1 of these to hit. And, well, there's a crit there. He is taken down. And I'll get a free move. No, I won't get the bonus move because you have to do that before your attack. So I did the move and then I've attacked. Your activation. Alright, so you've made the successful leap with, Kixi Ataka. And you're going to shoot down with your only other attack, trying to at least get one of these Gorgers gone. If you can get a crit and a hit, you will take it out. So, can you do it? Fortunately, no. Yeah, my clawback is then going to go with 4 attacks into the Chameleon. That will be 9 damage so far. How many wounds does the Chameleon have? Is he even alive after that?
10.
And I'll do my second attack then, because you're making me. And now he is dead. And unfortunately, that was a rather one-sided game. You almost had some of them dead at one point there. I think really, like, if your rolling was better, turn 3, you actually might have, like, been rather close. But unfortunately with that, I've now got 2 Gorgers that haven't activated. He probably gets taken out. He probably just gets left alive, seeing everyone get murdered around him and being like, yeah, nah, I'm out of this, bro.